Hey guys, good morning and welcome back to the X-Ring. On today's episode, what I want to do is take a look at the Sig P365 SAS. You guys know that I've been carrying the 365. This one does have the Streamlight TLR6 on it, and it's been a great carry pistol. Over 2,500 rounds on it, no issues, no problems whatsoever. But a couple months ago, Sig came out with what they call the Sig P365 SAS. Sig Anti-Snag. That's what the SAS stands for. What you guys are going to notice is where they've blended the corners. You can see it on the back corner there. You can also see it on the front right here where they've kind of blended everything. But the biggest thing you're going to notice about this pistol is it does not have sights. Okay, so there's no front sight, there's no rear sight. And if we flip it over, you're also going to see that there is no exposed, let me hold it flat, slide stop, slide release, or takedown lever. That's all been blended. You do have to have tools for this. What they've done is they've incorporated this sight. This reminds me of a Meprolite system, and it might be a Meprolite, I don't know. But what they've done is they've machined out the top of the slide, and they've put in this very ingenious dot system that you can see right there. You guys can see there is a dot with a concentric circle around it, and that means that it's all lined up. Now let's not forget what this is designed for. This is going to be designed for self-protection. It's supposed to be quick, supposed to be fast, so without having those sights, it's going to make a huge difference. But you're also going to notice some barrel porting. I've never been a big fan of barrel porting. Sig claims that it will reduce muzzle flip by about 30%. So what we're going to do is get to shooting this thing, and I want to see what it's like. I want to see what the differences are. I want to see how fast the sight is or how precise it can be, and we'll go from there. Stay tuned. All right, guys, so about right here, we've got a steel at 10 yards. And what I want to do is just shoot some rounds at it, shoot it kind of quickly. You know, at this distance, you really don't need the sights. We just want to hit it. But I want you guys to be able to see that muzzle flip, and we'll be able to see if this helps. All right, here we go. Okay, so missed two of those. I was actually looking for that little dot. I mean, you really don't have to aim, but you got to aim a little bit. But it works well for what it's designed to do, and that is close quarters protection. But let's see if we can get, I don't know, a little further, and let's see if we can do some precision aiming and see if we can hit the further steel here. All right, guys, so we've stepped it back a little bit further. We're about 18 yards away from that steel down there. What we're going to do is shoot a little slower. I will tell you that my first impressions shooting this, the porting does help reduce the muzzle flip. There's no doubt about it. I don't know if it's 30%. I'm sure they've measured it and done their homework over at Sig. It does help. I'm not a big fan of the porting just because of the muzzle blast. I did see a little bit out of that when I shot it a moment ago. And this also, I'm shooting 115 grain, just full power loads. So let's go ahead and shoot a couple of rounds. Let's see if we can print them on the steel there at distance. Well, that thing is bright. All right, guys, so a nice little clover leaf just like that in the center of that steel right there. So it can be an accurate sight. This also has tritium in it as well as the fiber optic. So it draws a lot of light. It's extremely bright. It also has tritium in it, so it does work at night. You can see it at night, and it does pretty well. It's not as bright as, let's say, tritium, full-on tritium night sights, but I think it's pretty good. Let's try to do some plates and see if we can be a little more accurate with those. All right, so I'm not going to be winning any falling steel plate matches, but these are actually really small plates. These are 4-inch plates. These are not your normal size, but I'm impressed with the accuracy. I think it does well. I haven't had any issues with the sights with regards to them being on. What I don't like about it is you cannot adjust them. Sig is still shipping the normal P365 manual on it. When you go into the sight section, it just gives you the old 365 information, so there's nothing on how to adjust it if it's even possible. Let's go and try to take some shots at distance. Let's see if we can get a little crazy with it. Ready, right?
Yep. All right, guys, so here is X-Ring running it under the clock. Stand by.
3 misses.
Okay, at this point in time, we're going to go ahead and run it with the P365, the normal one. Shoot, are you ready?
Yep, ready.
Stand by.
Yeah, so completely unrealistic, but we want to try and see how this sight system works. We actually have some steels out here. These are 12-inch gongs. They vary anywhere from 25 to 40 yards. Let's just see what we get. We'll start left to right. So not bad. I can tell you at distance, this pistol shoots a little bit to the right. I saw that on the first one, so I had to make an adjustment for it, but it wasn't designed for that. The recoil is definitely mitigated with that ported barrel. I'm going to do a little bit of running around the woods, but I think it's a very, very viable option. I commend Sig for being able to do this. I honestly wish it didn't have a ported barrel. I wish they would make this with this sight system without the ported barrel. I don't think that's necessary. I guess if you need something to help mitigate the recoil, that's going to help a little bit, or the muzzle flip anyway. But I did want to review this. Hope you guys enjoyed that review of the Sig P365 SAS. Guys, have a great weekend. We'll talk to you soon. Have a good one.